because he feared it would do serious harm to the kingdom. In those days, the great and good men who ruled in the church had power almost equal to that of the monarch. Merlin went to the Archbishop of Canterbury, the churchman who in all of Britain was the most beloved, and said, "Sir, it is my advice that you send to all the great lords of the realm and bid them come to London by Christmas to choose a king." The Archbishop did as Merlin advised, and at Christmas all the great lords came to London. There were so many of them that they quite filled the entire cathedral. The good Archbishop looked at their stern bronzed faces, their heavy beards, their broad shoulders, and their glittering armour, and he prayed the best man in the land would prevail as their king. Then began the service. At the close of the first prayer, some of the knights looked out of the window, and there in the churchyard they saw a great square stone. In the middle of it was an anvil of steel, and fixed therein was a beautiful sword. Engraved on the sword was writing set in gold, declaring, "Whosoever pulls this sword from this stone and anvil is the true king of all Britain." After the service was over, the lords went into the churchyard. They each pulled at the sword, but none could stir it. "The king is not here," said the Archbishop, "but God will make him known." The Archbishop proclaimed that every man in the kingdom should try to pull the sword from the stone. He also ordered that on New Year's Day all the people should be brought together for a great tournament to be held on the south bank of the River Thames near London Bridge. After a few days spent in jousting among the knights, each man should make the trial to discover whether or not he was to be king. Arthur did not know of the sword. Sir Ector had only told him of the tournament, but not the reason for the tournament. So in this way Arthur rode to London unaware of the importance of their journey. As they entered the city, Sir Kay discovered he had left his sword at home. Distraught, he turned to his brother Arthur. "Will you go for my sword? I must have it to compete." "I shall with good will," said Arthur. When Arthur returned to the castle, the drawbridge had been raised and he could not gain the warden's attention. Arthur decided, "I will hasten to the churchyard we passed and take the beautiful sword I saw in the stone. My brother Kay must have a weapon." He rode straight to the churchyard, dismounted, and strode toward the sword. Arthur pulled eagerly, and the sword came with ease from the anvil. Arthur hurried with the sword to Sir Kay. He knew the weapon at once, but said nothing to Arthur. Sir Kay told his father what happened, and the good knight turned with great respect to Arthur. "Sir," he said, "you must be the king of this land." "What mean you, sir?" asked Arthur. Sir Ector told the wondering youth the reason why he was destined to be king. Then he asked, "Can you put this sword back in its place and remove it again?" "As you wish, sir," replied Arthur. The three returned to the great stone, and Arthur put the sword back as he had found it.